Hey everybody, it's your old pal Steve Moore here, owner of RUNMOORE, this spectacular brick and mortar running shop located in Westminster, Maryland. Today we wanted to talk about two new recovery products that came out from Hoka this summer. One is the new TC Restore and one is the new Mule. Two products designed for your non-running days to make sure your feet are happy. I will tell you that we see a lot of people coming limping in here with plantar fasciitis or just foot issues, and a lot of times the first thing they do is blame the shoes that they're on. But for a lot of people, a lot of the foot issues that you deal with aren't for the hour a day you're running, it's the rest of the time on your feet. So it's nice that Hoka has a couple things now for people that when they're not running can still get arch support, can still get stability, still be taking care of their feet with a brand that they're probably comfortable with already. So nice companion pieces for people for their non-running shoe days. So let's kind of get into it. First, we're going to start with the Restore TC, this funky looking guy. I got a chance to see both of these at the end of 2023, and this specifically, the Restore TC, was like, what in the hell is going on with this shoe? And it was the most divided of anything that we saw that day. I was like, this is the goofiest thing. I will never have this in my store. Who would pick it up? I was rightfully outvoted by my younger staff who were like, that thing is the bomb. We need to have it in the store. I've now been walking around in this funky looking thing, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's actually really comfortable underfoot. It looks ridiculous, but boy, it's something nice to slip on and get out and go if you're not popping on slides. They really were hoping to design this with like a really firm heel cup that you could just slip in and not have to even bend down to put on. I will say personally, I still have to bend over and kind of pop my heel in, but once in, you can bebop around town in this shoe and it's not popping off the back of your heel. Keep in mind on both this product and on the Mule, much like the Hoka slides, there are no half sizes. So, you know, I usually would say like on running shoes, I say round up, but on this, I kind of think round down. I think my only problem with the fit on this is I'm an 11.5 with big bad bunions right now. So I had to go down to 11 because the 12 was too big and I was stepping out of the heel. So I went down, and because of my BFF, my big fat foot, my bunion was a little irked because I went down. But if you have a traditional foot, I still would think that you'd be better off sizing down. And that goes for the same on the Mule and the slide as well, is pull it back a half, not up like you're accustomed to on a running shoe. And if you have that perfect fit, if you are somebody that just slides down or you're naturally a whole size anyway, you can do a bunch of stuff in this shoe. In fact, somebody who works here at the shop played pickup basketball in this thing, and we were sort of doing a little bit of examination of it afterwards. Incredible durability on it. For somebody who was doing like side-to-side stuff, or me who was popping around Coastal Highway and Ocean City in it, looks brand new. And they've got a bunch of wear on it, so that is a beautiful thing. I will also say I got this a little wet and it dried off relatively quick. This is a polyester knit upper, and I was concerned that it would hold moisture in because it looks like if you went in the ocean with a pair of loafers on, they're gonna feel poopy for a couple days. I didn't go full into the ocean in it, but I did get it wet enough and I was worried about it, but it dried very quick for a shoe that looked like it would hold so much moisture in. And honestly, I keep calling it a shoe because to me, it's like a house shoe. And I will say, I live in Hoka slides around my house. I am terrified of banging my feet up more. So I'm always doing the best I can to protect them. And sometimes there's just not right to wear a slide. Sometimes you need something a little more, I hate to say formal, but like I can throw these on with jeans or a pair of like cargo shorts. And yes, I wear cargo shorts. And I could putz around town and my feet are happy. I kind of look different, not a bad way, but like it's got its own style to it, which I kind of like. And having a removable insert to it that this has and the Mule has makes this a very versatile product for somebody who needs to add like a custom orthotic to it. It's based off like a stable platform as is. Like I can't find anything to tell me if I'm accurate, but I think this is based off a Hoka Gaviota base to it. I think it's got the guts from a Hoka Gaviota, which is their most stable and high cushion shoe that's out there. So this has nice stability to it, but if you did find yourself needing to add to it, this bad boy comes out and you can add to it. So I think some of those little pieces justify a $110 price point, because I think there's no reason you couldn't get well over a year of use in this if you're using it as a house shoe, recovery shoe. And I think the upper makes it something you can wear even in the winter time when you can't really do in slides. So $110, this is the Restore TC. This is a nice new product, came out in summer. At the same time was this funky guy, the Mule. Same thing, removable insert. To me, this was much more like an Aura recovery slide with a hat on it. You know, this was like, it's like we almost finished the shoe off, but we didn't, and now we've added a little bit more shoe to it. We've added our removable insert, same thing. You can add some stability. I've also seen people pop it out just for a little bit more depth. And that's one thing with the old slide, with the old Aura slide, is if you needed a little extra width or you need a little extra depth to it, these were unisex sizing, you might not be able to fit into it. They had a Velcro version called the Luxe, which I think they're actually getting away from, but you didn't have much variation to it. I think besides adding an insert if you needed to it, being able to have the custom fit is gonna make this shoe much more easy to put on for some people, because that was always a challenge with the slides. Is it really, if you weren't dead right in the Aura recovery slide, like it might not be for you, but you have a little more customization with this. I have a friend who's now using this as a work shoe, you know, and I think there's gonna be a popular shoe for chefs and kitchens that can get away with non-needing slip resistant shoes. I have a buddy who puts on a pair of socks and wears this to work as a bartender. He did say that he felt like his foot was hitting the top, like his toe would hit the very end on the top piece. Without his socks, he said his nail can sometimes get clipped up there. But for the most part, he said, great, comfortable, came from the Aura slide. Now he has an option to wear to work. It has that sort of Yeezy look to it. And I showed my son, who's kind of young and hip, and he was like, oh, I would wear that. But he would never wear anything else from Hoka. Like, this is like a more of a young man stylish game, I think. I can still pull it off because I'm hip, but it was one of the very few Hoka products I've shown my 13-year-old where he was like, boom, I like it, I want me a pair. And that's nice if you can catch kind of both demos, because I hate to say it, this to me looks around like an old man shoe, which is maybe why I'm kind of gravitated towards it, and this is like the young man's shoe. But it has that nice water-resistant, fully formed EVA, nice plastic, not to say plastic, but a rubber EVA mix that has the stability, it has the arch support, you can walk, you can get it wet, it's never gonna become a sponge and soak up moisture to it. It's a great shoe. I still think you can get a year's worth of use out of this before you worry about the arch coming down, even if you're using it every day as a house shoe or putzing around town in it. So this is $80 and this is $110. Two nice stable options for your non-running day. Keep your feet happy, keep your circulation good, make sure your arch is protected. Some other uses for some Hoka products out there. So there you have it. If you have any questions on the Restore TC or the new Mule, feel free to leave them down below. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And if you wanted to purchase either of these, there's some great colors in both, by the way. We'll have a link down below to our website. Enter promo code RUNMOORE and you'll save 10%. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're in the greater Westminster, Maryland area, stop on by and say hello.